Gary J!
Yay!
Fight! One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fight! One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, turn! Knockout!
Pizza cake!
Bear hugger! Fight! One, two, three, 4. Fight! One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Fight! Knockout!
Pizza cake!
Piston Hurricane! Fight! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fight! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Knockout!
Pizza cake.
Ball. Fight! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fight! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fight! Knockout!
Pizza cake. Right on.
That's a fish, isn't it? Okay. It's like, I don't remember that person signing up for this group.
Oh, I'm sorry. Pick a color, red or green. I want told.
Blue. High is red. Green. I trust that you know how to take care of yourself.
Well, I'd be going Templar, which is literally a pure but better.
Yep.
Let me check something. I might want to meme it up and actually try like a scholar build or something.
Wait, shit, it actually is just better.
Yeah.
Yep, just no
It's-
arises.
Literally a pure but better. The reason that a pure essence on healer is a damage down compared is because you can arise. I believe it's a 40% damage down versus a Templar. Yeah, about 40%. Scholar would be interesting. Guess I'm trying a very interesting Sage build.
Okay, for those of you here in voice chat, we have a couple members who are going to be 15 minutes late. We are currently 2 minutes over start time, so if you need to go take care of something in real life, go grab a snack, hit the restroom or whatever, now is going to be a good time to do that. I am going to wait for them, just because there's not a whole lot of bites right now. Okay, where did I... I'm not keeping track of what I'm doing. So everything. My God, please. I can't do it. I can't get it to go.
Oh hey, Cam's here. Cam can answer your question about Rampage.
Oh, Rampage on Dark for Guard, yes or no?
For what class?
Dark Knight.
check. I want to say no.
That's what I was thinking. Because
Mainly
Dark
because, from
Knight-
what I've heard from Beth to play and try it, is that you can't use Edge of Shadow while you're between the two. So you have to like dip in and out, but it gets really busy, so it's probably more effort than it's worth. And if you're getting a C2, then just compounds even more so because you can't even spend the edges. But it's a sizable damage gain if you use it and don't have a C2, I'd say.
My fingers keep getting in front of me.
Yes, and Flood.
Oh, Nifidor's in-game shall enter PF soon. Okay. What party is that? Delta. Okay. Wait, why do I not have space in Delta? What happened? Who's in here who shouldn't? Oh, Reginae is in the wrong party. You need to join Echo, not Delta. I might have told you the wrong one. I'm so sorry. Yes, I told you the wrong party. Okay. Yuki, are you in voice chat? You are not. Oh, you caught it before I did. Okay, thank you. It's fine. I think I've seen this person around. Okay, Luna, would you be willing to do tank stuff tonight? Are you able to do that?
Sure.
Alright.
Where do you need me?
Same party.
Oh. Cool. Do you care what flavor of tank?
I would prefer if you didn't overlap with Reginae, but
Cool.
whatever is comfortable with you.
Sure.
Just for limit break reasons, you know. That's Echo, right? Okay. Now we have 45 people in voice and 44 people in party. And someone snuck in here. Anyway, gonna give the quick early thank you all for showing up. We are waiting for a couple people who are running late, I assume. If you can confirm that your friend is still making it, Yuki, your co-healer. Also, the PF's about to die in a couple minutes. Is that my PF dying? According to the assignments, you would have the green golem, Luna. You could probably swap with Ziggerheart if you want. I'll leave it to y'all to double check that you're good on that once you're in. Here's my PF.
Still up for another 2.
Yeah, well, I just refreshed it real quick, so... Please. I suppose now is also time to ask people to ask any questions that they might have in chat, so that way we can help explain them while we're waiting and not have time gone to waste. I should get my Twitch running. That's right. That's probably enough re-raisers. You shouldn't need more than 5-ish per run if you're bringing a lot extra. Okay. Block random person on Twitter.
What happened on Twitter?
Oh, I tweeted a link to the stream, and then someone who's like, "Oh, I do graphics art for anyone on Twitch," and it's like, don't
Yes,
get away.
I really appreciate bots.
Excellent, thank you. Okay. Okay.
Sorry if you can hear the yelling downstairs.
It's fine. I'm going to list another Vultures run. I'm going to look for one any, since I can float you to anything if you're willing, Luna.
There's an any DPS slot in my party. I'm on tank now.
But I mean, literally just anything. I will take any body for that slot at this point.
Okay. Yeah, I can float. Just whatever joins the party, I'll adapt.
I overwrote the goddamn thing. Thank you, Cam. God, I just need 2 people, please.
We can't go in with 46.
We can, I just don't want to... This is a prog party, so I don't want to make people go without Limit Break 3. And, like,
Got
to
it.
best do that, we would need to take someone out of the party. We would need to make sure there was a vet healer in there to keep people up, and people who can do mechanics.
I have somebody who is at Stiglord Prague who would like to.
Perfectly fine if they are willing to come in for Avowed Prog.
They said they were. I'm getting them a Discord link right this moment.
All right.
Nice. Right, they're on their way. I can vouch for them too, even though they are on Stiglord. They do know their stuff for Queen.
Perfectly fine.
They have actually been in multiple runs with me, so I do actually know them.
Is this them?
Griever, their name's Griever.
What were you hoping to have them join on?
They are a healer main, so you can do whatever.
All right. So I can take this person and have them be the DPS in Echo?
Yeah, we're still missing 1 deeps in Echo.
Thank you again to everyone for hanging in here and having patience. I know that it's not fun to sit around waiting for people to show up. There's really nothing to say other than this is also part of why I like to schedule my runs to be long.
Sorry, I was having to check the door. I heard some squeaking on the other side.
Totally fine. What did you say your friend's name was again?
Griever?
Okay.
Yeah, they're data center transferring now. I think they just are going to do the Discord after they get in.
If you just want to give them the password... and
I
get
was
them
about
in
to
Discord,
ask, would you
go
like
for
me
it.
to expedite this and just give them the password?
All of the text about don't join unless told is just to try to keep people from... or to give me the backing that I need to kick people out when they don't follow rules and etiquette. But at 27 minutes past start time, I'm willing to bend things a little bit so we can get in. And hopefully, no one thinks that I'm being two-faced with that.
Yeah.
We're all aligned.
Let's see if I can guess the spelling. Griever?
Yep.
Alright.
Don't know their character's last name off the top of my head. But I'll let you know if they join and I...
Who's the samurai that I picked up? I'm so sorry. Shanoa. I know that data center travel can take a second, so...
They are in, but they're having problems setting up their thingy. I don't remember how we had to set up.
Just get them in party first. Is it the getting their account set up on Discord?
Yeah, they're trying to get into Discord.
Bot spam and then the standard I am command. Exclamation point I am.
Okay.
Server first name, last name. Saren put in some new stuff yesterday, it looks like, in bot spam. Alright, excellent. We're just gonna try the hard ready check to see if everyone is here and we can... That's the Wandering Dramaturge. Anyone watching? That's not the Troubled Gentleman. Okay. Some people are not combat classes, it seems. Mocha! Alright, I'm gonna take that sorry as a assumption that we can hard check. Okay. Again, thank you all for your patience. As a reminder, once we get in, make sure that you pop everything that you need to pop at the start. This includes your pure essences, your starting re-raiser, your actions that you want to start with, like your damage actions, your perception, whatever it is you need, and then fill up your pockets with everything else your grubby little hands can take and that you will need for the rest of the instance. We cannot come back here, so on and so forth. You know the drill at this point. You're going to need stuff once we get to Avowed again.
Hi. Me and my friend are present.
Welcome! Thank you for joining us.
I'm the friend.
As a reminder, since we had a bit of a weird week last time, we are going to be doing everything normally this time. That means that parties Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie will be going over to Slimes, and Delta, Echo, and Foxtrot will be going over to Golems. There's no weird splits, but again, make sure that you don't take the wrong jump pad. If you are ever confused, go ahead and ask in Shout Chat. I don't know about anyone else, but I really don't want to play the game of sacrifice 47 pures or anything. So again, make sure that you pop everything that you need to pop before you go down. Double and triple check your pockets and your buff bar before you step on that jump pad.
Quick question so I know how to do my holster. Do you all perception stig or do you all face tank stig?
We face tank.
Cool. Do you need extra dispeller?
If you want to bring it, I'm not going to tell you not to.
I will bring an extra dispel.
Okay. Right, I don't need to speak out loud on that. Okay.
Do what? Did I do something wrong?
No. I was about to comment about what I'm doing in my holster and stuff, and everyone else does not need to hear it. Why in the nine hells do I have a bubble in here? Because this is the wrong set. This is the set.
Golems can hop over to B.
Yeah, since we have a few fill-ins and a few new people, let's make sure that we drop down to Alliance Bravo if you are in the Delta Echo Foxtrot groups, so you can hear callouts for golems. If you know that you're a true gamer and you don't need to hear them, you can stay up here as a spy, but you will be hearing callouts for slimes. This looks correct, except I can take something else. I can take a couple something else's. Ah, there we go. That looks good. I need to keep an eye peeped on my Twitch chat just in case. All right. All right, looks like on Slime side we have a trap in the southwest room. That means there will be one trap up north. DPS up in those rooms, please be careful as you enter the room. Tanks also please be careful. Perceptors, please do your job as quick as you can. I should have kept an eye on the box. There we go. That's correct. All right, starting the countdown here in a second. Perceptors, you know when to click on the door. Tank number 1, please get ready to pick up the first set of friends. Everyone again, please be careful of traps. Walk around them if you do not know that they are there yet. Tank number 1, first set is yours. There's still one trap up north, please be careful entering your rooms. Tank number 2, get ready for the next set. Tank number 3, the next set is yours, not this one. All traps have been found on slime side. Tank number 4, get ready for the next set. Tank number 1, get ready to pick up 2 from the next set that drops down, please. Tank number 2, you know how this works. Pick up the one that's there and one from the next group, please. And tank number 3, get ready to pick up the drags. And then tank number 4 gets 2 of the next. And healers, for rooms, you are now free to pick up 1 slime from the hallway. Please don't fight over them, so on and so forth. Okay, I believe everyone is holding. Tanks target your healer's slime. 3, 2, 1, provoke.
What just happened in room 1?
Oh, that was a red slime meme, because that's a very big red slime. Okay, that's gonna be a wipe. I don't think we can fix that. Nope. Huddle around the explosion trap in the center of the hallway, please. Do not hit it yet. Wait for everyone to get there as close as you can, but go ahead and do your AoE so you can aggro everything and make things go faster. Alright, poppin'. Of course my re-raise pops. There's big red slime if you want to aggro it. It'll one-shot ya.
Trap.
Hey, Blue Friend, so sorry to bother you. Can you please not interrupt Red Goal for me?
Yes, Blue Arcanist, if you could make sure that you drop down to Alliance Bravo to make sure that nothing bad happens there, that'd be fantastic. Pop that ether or whatever. Okay. So to confirm, who do we have up north? So in room northwest, we should have Sai, Mocha, Lynn, Amathea, and Callista. As a reminder, the DPS's job is to grab red slimes, pull them away from any green slimes, and kill them immediately. Helps if I remember what party I'm in. Alright, I believe that's everything. Or everyone. Dances are all still on, fantastic. I believe there's still one trap north, so be careful. Tank number 1, get ready for the first set of friends. Tank number 2, you can make yourself ready for the next set. Tank number 3, you can make yourself ready for the next. Oh, tank number 4, get ready. Tank number 1, get ready to pick up 2. Go ahead and pick them up. Tank number 2, get ready to pick up yours. Tank number 3, you can get ready as well for the dregs. 2 and 3. One's on me. You can grab it off me or not. I don't care. Alright. Perfect. Healers, you can pick up 1 for your room.
Yes, slight delay on 3. There's a weird fusion, but it should be okay.
Alright, we're going to wait just a hot second for 3 to fuse up. We're going to have more slimes in the center. If they walk into your room, healers, make sure that you do not aggro them. If you need to, move your slimes away. Alright, tanks, target your healer slime. 3, 2, 1, provoke. That's 4 fusions. Move out, move out. Take the soldiers with us, take any reds that drop down with us. Do drive-by stuns on the soldiers if you have to. Slimes, people, remember to get all the way in the corner. Alright. That's a good. We should move back just in case we have to kill soldiers. Now's a good time to check your party list. If anyone happens to be dead, please let us know, so that way we do not leave them behind. All right, excellent. No one over here said anything about dead bodies, so I assume that we are going to be good. Make sure that you grab your chests.
Snapshotting on different DCs acts differently.
Alright. I'm going to take a very, very short break here, unfortunately, because I am not going to call Seeker while I need to pee. So everyone just sit tight and play nice for a second, and we'll be good enough to go. Okay, sorry about that. If you are here and ready to go, please step onto the dirt ring behind the Charlie waymark. If you need a second to go do something, well, I just took a second, so I can't really complain.
Do you have a main tank? Probably already do.
It is me. I believe my normal off tank is not here this week, so if you want to volunteer, go for it.
I'll happily. Just make sure it's behaving.
Yeah.
Actually, you should probably have a primal person.
All right. Would anyone like to volunteer to be my...
I just don't want to take the boss to the wrong place and you be like, Luna, where are you going?
I mean, you'll only do it if I'm dead, so...
Truth. Yeah, no, then I can cover.
Yeah. I am going to need a co-tank for once we get to guards, but y'all can argue over that once we get there.
Yeah.
Alright. As a reminder, especially for our cross-data center friends, I will be calling out the safe spots for the swords. If it's an easy pattern where you can stay on one side for 2 cleaves and the other for the next 2 cleaves, then I will call it out typically by the numbers. So if it's 2-3 sides safe, the east, then I will say 2-3. I will also sometimes try to call out the positioning for where the boss is facing. So I would say, like, you could be on the boss's left-hand side for 2. If it is a crossover, as we call it, I will be calling out all 4 of the safe spots. But as a reminder, you do not need to be on the waymarks. You can be as close as you want, and it is up to you to find the minimal movement if you want to find it. Given that we will almost certainly be holding DPS to get Limit Break 3, personal DPS is not the biggest concern you should have during this fight. You should try to focus on keeping yourself alive, so that way we can have a smooth run and maybe not have to wait for Limit Break 3. Alright, I don't see anyone behind the purple line. Everyone in the death wall is dancing around, so I assume they are ready to go. That means food check, and we will get going here in a second. Here is the raid wide that makes sure you are using a pure essence. And here comes Fourfold Mercy. Our safe spots for this mechanic are going to be... I forgot how long it takes to come out. We are starting at 3. Easy mode, 3-2 side on the boss's right. East. Stay there for 2 cleaves and then cross straight over. 1 and 2-ish crossover. Or then Lotus, look away from 4. Look away from 4, and then get beyond 1. Get beyond 1 to evade the Lotus. We have pushed. Boss is not going to move. Make sure that you are moving in and getting behind the boss. Sides are getting cleaved now. Sides are getting cleaved. Do not be on the side of boss. Tank Buster should get away from the front. Do not move in front of the boss. Get away from the front of the boss. You will kill me, Luna. Thank you. Stack up as loosely as you can or whatever for chains. This is going to be a get knocked. Break your chains and get knocked into an intercardinal barricade, please. It does not matter which barricade you pick, just get knocked into it. And get back in on the boss. This is going to be dashes plus another hide or get knocked. We are starting over at Bravo East. And it looks like we're going to hide. So that's really easy. Just hide behind 3 right here with the ignore 1. First barricade. And back into the boss. Raid wide and then stack up in line with 3, because next up is the Kamehameha stack laser. You don't want to take it alone. And then stay loosely stacked so we can bait out those easily dodgeable baited lines. They're coming. I swear they are. Dodge these. And get on dirt, sand, yellow. Get on dirt, sand, yellow. Next up, we're going to have to get on brick, blue, stone, and we're going to have to deal with some nasty yellow tethers. If you get a tether over your head, make sure that you take it away from the group. Don't cleave anyone, rotate around the boss, staying on brick, blue, stone. Tethers come out a bit late, probably about now. Take them away from the group. Dirt, sand, yellow, tethers away from the group. Some more easily dodgeable baited lines. And then depending on how fast we're pushing, we might have a raid wide into the plus-shaped cleave. Alright, boss is a little bit south, so be careful with that. You're going to have to move to the intercardinals now. Max melee is safe but scary, leaving A+. This should be dashes plus 4 swords. So staying close to not get hit by the clones. We're starting north towards 2. And we are starting with swords at 3. Crossover, of course. 3, 1, 2, 4. 3, 1, 2, 4. Oh, I sure hope I read that right. It is 3, 1, 2, 4. Orban Lotus, look away from, I can't see it, probably 4? No, 1. Oh god. Get beyond 4 to evade the Lotus, by the way. I'm going to survive this. Break those chains as best you can. I didn't call it out very well, sorry. This will be a raid wide into a normal-ass tank buster. Stay away from that ignore 1. It is a cleave. Normal-ass tank buster. This will be followed up by Iron Splitters and 4 swords. You'll need to do the first splitter, every single sword dodge, and then the second opposite splitter. For the swords, we are starting at 3. Easy mode, behind the boss, 3-4 side, south. We are starting on dirt, sand, yellow, dirt, sand, yellow. 1 and 2, you can cross over to brick, blue, stone underneath the boss is safe, so long as you're up front. 1 more splitter, it could be anything, and it's dirt, sand, yellow. Get on dirt, sand, yellow. Seasons of Mercy, Orban Lotus, look away from 3, and then get beyond 4. Get beyond 4, please, to evade the Lotus. There are also baited lines. Use your eyes, dodge the things. This should be a raid wide into sides getting cleaved. We are going to do the first mechanic after this phase change, and then we will do limit break 3. I don't believe we're in danger of killing beforehand, but still be slightly careful. Sides are getting cleaved now. Make sure that you are inside the boss's hitbox. Being on the outside might be dangerous. This will be hide or get knocked, swords on a clone, and then chains in that order. The clone is north, and it's going to be get knocked. Get knocked into 2 if you can. 2 is our first safe spot. It is 2 blank on the clone's left-hand side, east. We are staying on the 2 side for 2 cleaves, and then crossing over to the red side. 1 and 2, crossover now. Stay close to bait your chains. Chains are coming up next. Once they form, break them as soon as you can. Healers who are unchained, get to the center of the arena and limit break up people if they are dead in your party. Do your best to rip into this boss. I really don't want to call it, and I really don't want to have to... this is get knocked. Everyone line up with 1. Get knocked into the barricade at 1 just to make it all nice and pretty and clean. Get on dirt, sand, yellow, dirt, sand, yellow, dirt, sand, yellow now. Alright. I don't think I see anyone dead, so that's clean enough, I'll take it. There are traps ahead. Cam, if you could please percept us to Dahu. Everyone else, if you could please give space.
I didn't realize we skipped the show Tank Buster. Sorry about that.
Oh, yeah, we do, invuln busters here. Or just heavy mitigation. Typically, anyway.
Okay. And I take it you invuln the ads?
In what?
Dahu?
There we spread the love around, typically, is what I do.
Oh.
We are going to be waiting a little bit right now for party buffs to give to our duelist. So everyone who is over at Dahu, please make sure that you do not cross the purple line. If you see a countdown, it is not for you. Do not attack the boss. Again, this countdown is for the duel. It is not for you at Dahu. Not for you.
Make sure to re-up 3 razors if you were just rest as well.
Did someone eat the explosion traps on the way to Dahu? Because there are no traps out here now. Okay. Please let us know when you do that. Okay, and going by the instance timer, we're going to pull Dahu at 15. That is in less than 10 seconds. No reason to extend this. As always, first up is Rocks. Don't get rocked. That was set 1, this is set 2. Dahu is dashing south, that means we're going to end up north at the end here. A little bit different than normal. Looks like around 1. Oh, don't get round 1. Don't get wispy, etc. Our first set of cat things are coming out soon. Y'all know how to deal with this. Our first set of spit flame marks are going to be coming out soon. If you get one over your head, move out and kill a cat. Any cat, I don't care which. Someone was underneath me. Everyone close to Dahu, please get ready for the upcoming left-right shockwave. Everyone away from Dahu, make sure that you are actually far enough away to not get hit. Find yourself a nice open spot to get knocked into. True gamers, do your thing. Holla. Get on Dahu's right-hand side, over next to where that crasher was. Our safe spot for caster uptime is going to be down towards 4. Up next is ad phase. Tanks, if you want to spread the love, go ahead and turn on your stance. Once you see tethers, go ahead and you can invoke Dahu and get some friends to take care of. If you do get tethers on you, make sure that you jiggle around to make sure the ads are underneath Dahu, so that way they can be easily AoE. I've taken the boss back. And up next is going to be the kitchen sink. As always, be careful just in case we actually see the mechanic that I don't think you've ever actually seen. Luna. There is a left-right. Boss is weird.
I'm sorry, I forgot my tank stance was on. Sorry.
It happens.
I'm sorry.
Spit flames, take him out. I think we're going to kill before this happens. Just don't kill people with overlaps. Fantastic.
Sorry.
It happens. We have 1 dead body, 1 unfortunate bard on the ground. Healers, if you are able to get them up, please do so. If anyone fears that they have forgotten to grab any of their chests, now is the time to do so. The upcoming jump pad is one directional. Everyone give Cam a clap on the back.
Thanks, Mushy.
I'm going to put up reflect marks just in case because I'm fearful, not because I think anyone has forgotten what to do, but just because I can't remember anything anymore. If you have forgotten the movement that you need to do as a reflector, I have gotten the reflect mark up, the bunnybot command, etc., etc. Looks like everyone is where they need, except I have a tank dancing around. Regalia, I don't think you're reflecting. I'm missing a number 4.
Griever and D doesn't know where he's supposed to be, so if you want to tell me where to go, then I'll go there.
Yeah, that would be you up here in the northeast. You'll be taking care of the north-northeast and the east-northeast one. If you look in DR1, there is the icon that just kind of goes over what it is. I assume you're relatively familiar with the concept of reflecting?
Yes, yes.
So typically over here on Primal, we take care of the ones near the aura sphere, and then everyone moves out to the ones near the east or west. Looks like Luna has the ones that, whatever you normally call it.
You did say 4 on your marker, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that would be what you would read.
And obviously I want to make sure that you're comfortable and everything, so if you have any questions, go ahead. But it looks like everyone has their assignments. That's great. If anyone has lingering questions about guards itself, go ahead and ask. I would hope that most people know what they're doing at this point, but still, I would rather people ask rather than die. I will remind healers that if you are not doing your opener, that is, if you have already cracked open your spell or steal, that you use the long 30-second countdown that we use at the start to pre-apply it to everyone in your party who will need that buff if their normal damage type is mitigated. Luna has that, I have mine. As a reminder to Luna's party, which is Echo? Yes.
Hey, I'm on Paladin. I made this easy.
Yeah, you're actually a hybrid. Just make sure that everyone's taken care of. If you are ready to go, whoever gave me Steel Sting, you don't know what type of damage Paladin does primarily. Not trying to be mean, but maybe being a little snide. Anyway, if you're ready to go, please step off the death wall, step up to the Charlie waymark or beyond. Don't right-click the bosses, please. Oh, tank stuff. Are you fine taking care of tanks, Luna? Or would you prefer someone on Primal do it?
What 2 ads do you need me to... What 2 bosses do you want me to cover?
I would need you to pick up Knight and Soldier. I could take Soldier if you want. If we want to do a weird setup. Sure to which?
I'll grab these 2.
Okay. You will take the west ones. Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. That means I do need to spell.
West is over here. It's okay, I do the same thing. I'm terrible with east and west.
Oh, God. I'm not doing a good performance for a hypervet.
It's fine. I have Dispel to take care of Warrior. That's why I want it. Otherwise, I would take those. Alright, everyone's inside the arena. We have tank stuff sorted. We're gonna do the long 30-second countdown. I don't know what happened to my chat. Alright. Pre-apply those spells and steals if you have them. If you're being a sick healer and doing an opener, love to see it.
Also, stances on tanks so I don't die.
Yes, please. All tanks, make sure that you try to hold hate on at least one of the thingamadigers. First set of raid wides coming out. Second set of raid wides coming out. One of them's gone already. One of them's not going off. Okay, off tank stance is off. Main tanks pick up your ads. Bosses moving them where they need to. Yada yada yada. Damage type tether going out. Apply yellow, click off purple. Apply steel, click off spell. Okay, first set of bombs are coming out now. This is a shield omen. You will need to get knocked back from the center of the arena. If you are tethered, you are going to small. Tethers too small, non-tethers too big. Do not get hit by the dash or the knockback. If you are tethered, move to a place that just exploded. Warrior is sneaking in a boost here in a second. And that will be followed up by a double raid wide. Focus on Knight if you can, please. As always, it is very high. This is going to be tethers to wind. If you have a tether right now, you will be going to the green wind AoE, otherwise you will be going to the purple gravity. Tethers to green. This is a sword omen. Collapse on the knight in the center and then get away from the golden spikes. South towards Charlie, all the way out towards Charlie. Warrior is sneaking in a boost again. Naughty, naughty. That ate one of my wreck casts. Oh my god. DPS is about even. Try to focus on Warrior a little bit. We're gonna get tethers out again. I'm sorry, I didn't mitigate that tank buster. It's the same. Keep yellow up. Kill knight, kill knight, kill knight. This would be second set of bombs, but we're getting the enrage cast, so kill. Soldier to the edge, gunner to the center. First up, as always, is Fire Frogs. Our small orbs are starting on Bravo and Alpha, but they are going to move, and they are going to move second. I will call out the safe spot once I see it. North towards Alpha. North towards Alpha. Open side to the gunner. And now to a single turret on the wall. And back to your bosses. Should be a double raid wide coming up in a second. After this tank buster. After the tank buster. I believe, as they say, after a small eternity, next up will be gun turrets. Main tanks, it is your responsibility to pick up the turret next to you and to invuln the sniper shot. Oh, by the way, healers, you don't need Spell or Steal anymore. If you want to slot it in something useful, go for it. Gun turrets are coming out nowish. They are out. Main tanks pick them up. Target for sniper shot has been picked. Hit your invuln. Very good. Double raid wide coming out. DPS is about even. Let's try to keep it that way. If you are a reflector and you are dead, please say something in shout chat. This is pyretic. Don't move, don't move. On target, sheath weapon. Don't attack, don't push buttons. You ain't doing anything for 3 seconds. Good to go. For the record, this would be jumping clones, but as always, I don't think I get to call it out. Our safe clones are 2 and 3 for the record. They would jump twice, but in a random order, but we don't get to see it. Slimes north, Golem south, tanks with invulns on, stances on, tanks without invuln stances off. Reflectors to your positions, please do your jobs. If you get the funny red mark over your head, pop your invuln. As always, respect the honeycomb. That was multiple reflects that we missed. If people saw the position and you can cover for it, please do so on this upcoming set. Respect the honeycomb, probably late call. Reflectors to your positions again. DPS to the aura spheres that just spawned. Looks like we need to reflect on southwest, if anyone can pick it up. Fantastic pickups, everyone. If you get limit break 3 healers, it is your own discretion. Pop it if you need it. Mine just popped in my party. Last call.
So, I guess my crystal is showing, because, that gun turret didn't get picked up?
That was your job.
Uh-huh! Well, I got shot by it.
Yes, we have our main tanks pick it up.
Well, I guess my crystal is showing full force, because we have different tanks pick up those.
That's perfectly fine. There are no traps on the way to Phantom, so go ahead and just keep moving through.
How to confuse Luna. Literally just be you.
Yeah. In my defense, I did say main tanks pick them up.
You
I
did
also...
say that. That's also why I was like, nobody else is picking this off of me? Keel's over. Like,
if you are here to do the Phantom fight, make sure that you are across the purple line. That is the death wall. If you need to sit out for any real-life things, this is still a trash fight. As much as I would love to skip ad phase, and you being in here would help with that, if you need to go use the restroom or something, then you need to go use the restroom or something. Thanks, we did funny things with stances and orbs. If you are not me, please turn your stance off.
Charging battery.
If you popped only 1 food and you do not have a food extension buff at the start of Seeker, you will need to pop a new one soon, so you might as well pop it now. If you are going to be replacing any of your actions for Avowed, make sure that you get any extra uses that you can on Seeker or Phantom, blah blah blah. I'm going to assume that the about 5 or 6 people standing on the death wall know that they're risk. I assume that the healers can adapt and heal and not benediction across the arena. So let's get going. As always, Phantom is going to start off with a Raid Wide. We're going to see where we need to go. Alpha, head on over to Alpha. Everyone, please make sure that you keep your arms and legs inside the donut at all times. Ride it all the way down to the edge. Do not touch the death wall at the end. And that we hope you enjoy your ride here today at Eorzea's roller coaster. I didn't get the full joke. I feel so bad. One more explosion on 2, and we are heading over. Our melee uptime movement will be between 1 and 2. We are crossing over to 1 right now. If you're ranged and want to be flippant, then you can do whatever the hell you want, but don't get mad at me if you die. And you might be asking me, again, how many AoEs till we can move over to 2? Well, let's find out. A 1, a 2, 3, move over to 2. And sadly, that joke doesn't play out as well a second time, so that's just 2 and 3 cross over. We are going into ad phase with a tiny bit left on the boss's HP. Go ahead and build up your gauge on the ads. Healers, I trust that you know what to do. Interrupt, build your gauge, save your cooldowns. We are going on to Avowed here in a second, and there's no reason to spend your stuff now. There are traps ahead. I have Perception that I'm going to slot in because I brought 2 of them. There are 2 traps before the staircase. There is a poison and an explosion inside the hallway. Both of them are on the left-hand side. Please do not play games with these traps. Please do not eat them if you can. I know that it's fun, but I don't want people who might have to go BRB coming back and not knowing where traps are. As always, give yourself a second after going down the staircase. Traps might load in later than you, and there is a mini inside the vestibule. All traps have been found. If our wonderful shellers could get those out, and if everyone else could line up alongside the pathway to the arena, then we can get going as soon as that BRB is back. Tanks, this is where you need to make sure that you have Aether Shield slotted in. This is also where probably everyone needs to slot in new actions. 4 left. That's fine. About waymarks. I'll run the Avowed command, and we'll see if what all embeds. 4 of them this time. If you need that arrow cheat sheet, now's the time to pull it up. I will be calling out which side it is. I will be calling out either left-hand side or right-hand side of that cheat sheet. If you are using a different cheat sheet, then my call is not going to be correct for you. Possibly. have a few BRBs, that is fine. If you are ready to go, you can stand on the Charlie's tile, but behind the Charlie waymark. If you become unready, if you need to step away from your computer for a second, then please cross way behind the purple line, so that way we know that you are not ready. And again, once you get shell, if you are here, please cross the purple line, so that way no one is getting confused.
I'm back, just making my way.
That's fine.
I'm also back.
We have a number of people who are AFK for bio breaks. That is fine. It happens. This is a long instance, and we had a long wait up. And also, sometimes the body doesn't like you.
Y'all are, the way y'all handle things are kind of interesting. Didn't say they're bad.
I have a very specific way that I like things to be done, and
most of my deaths today have been just me not understanding what you mean.
I apologize.
It's not your fault. I've ran with Primal before. This isn't my first Primal run. I should have paid more attention whenever I ran last with y'all.
And yes, I see that one fuzzy tomato. What about buy two, though, Mocha? Sorry, I have to make bad jokes.
Buy two?
There was a typo of sell two.
I would like to buy one, please.
What is it? Buy one, sell two?
Yeah.
Make sure that you don't get kicked for AFK, yes, as always. I'm just gonna keep an eye on this disconnect.
What do you start with the actual shared tank buster?
Yes, we use the tank cuddle puddle in my group.
Okay, bless.
Um,
I have a really fun macro for my intervention. It does this. On whoever my co-tank is, automatically.
Nice. I have some buttons like that.
And it works on Warrior, Gunbreaker, and Dark Knight too, with their respective skills.
I have not trusted macros in combat for anything except Salted Earth and Shadow Flare since I started raiding.
As long as you understand how macros work, they can be helpful.
And there's some logic too, like if I am in a party with no tank, it'll automatically use Shieldtron. There's some just simple logic, but imagine playing with one hand. Me.
Yeah. God, I'm terrible at finding people. Mostly because their nameplates keep disappearing and I only have initials. Alright, hopefully Loke is reconnecting. They're still in voice, so I assume it's just a temporary hiccup with Final Fantasy XIV.
Still testing the healer-only tank buster. Do you need data on that? Because I can tell you data on that. They have to bring Mana Wall.
Oh, well. If you bring Mana Wall, it really doesn't matter what you do.
No, all three of them do. For the shared tank buster.
3 healers.
Yeah. It targets 3 people and divides the
three
damage
mana
by
walls?
3. Yep.
I assume this will be for an all healers run.
Or of course a healer and 2 tanks.
those tanks are just sitting there like, man, I could be the person using shit here.
I mean, we've had a Black Mage Duelist solo tank Avowed before.
Black Mage is one of the best tanks because it can just face tank the Doom on Queen and just not get a Doom. Because mana wall.
Yeah.
But holding aggro against 47 of the people on a Black Mage with no off globals.
Well, it was doable in that run. Probably not in, like, the Annihilation run, whatever's.
Well, Duelist buff is 200% stats up. So, it's kind of crazy. This is the boss y'all are progging?
Yes. So yes, I should ask, if anyone has questions about Avowed mechanics, now is the time to ask while we wait for the DC to come back. I'm not going to be mad at you. I would love to explain everything. I know that you got a pretty quick explanation on the first week, and then we were off for a week, and then some of you weren't here the previous weeks. I know that some of us are monopolizing voice chat. That's the word. That's the M word. But like, we still want you to ask questions. We want you to know.
Nerf? Huh?
Unfortunately, I do not have server access to this game, so I can't really do anything to how Avowed does stuff.
Can you reprisal it?
I mean, sure, but it's not going...
You cannot, actually.
Actually, no, she's untargetable during swords. I don't think the first one happens within 10 seconds. You might be able to get a last second something.
What in the world? So if you brought Impetus, you're gonna slot it in right before the first Force March, and you're gonna pop it with 1 second left on the Force March, right? No, no, please don't do that. You will get banned.
Luna, I will find a way to kill you.
With Impetus. Smile.
I think Sprint is castable on your target, I think.
Look, save that for some sort of meme run that I'm not going to be running.
I'm going to tell you this right now. I am going to do a Chaos Prog here in a couple of, here in maybe a week.
Okay. Our disconnect is back, but someone else had to go AFK for a bit. That's perfectly fine. If you are ready to go, again, please step onto the Charlie tile. If you become unready, step back off of it. Remember that if you cross the Charlie waymark, you will pull the boss, and everyone is going to panic, and it's going to be bad. So please don't do that. I know I showed y'all that it's recoverable, but I don't want to have to do it. It's not fun. And typically someone ends up dying anyway somehow. But yes, remember that you will need to be able to read your own debuffs to do mechanics. Do not raise anyone when we are going into the staff phase or orbs. The elemental attack of the orbs covers the entire arena. Anyone without a temperature will die at the end of that mechanic. Do not attempt to raise anyone while they are inside the fire floor. They will just die immediately. But you can try to rescue people who re-raise in it. You probably want to use Limit Break 3 after one of the raid wides, so that way you heal up from it as well a little bit. Once we get more than halfway through the fight, you will be getting elemental brands. I can actually drop my improved version of the image. If you need a refresher on what you'll have to do depending on what brand and temperature you get. Our BRV is back, excellent. If anyone has a question, let us know. If you need time to type it up, then just toss us a quick wait and shout. Otherwise, if you are ready to go, please step onto the Charlie tile. See a little wiggle at least from Cam and Luna. Roll. So bad at names at times. All right, everyone's on the tile. No one has said wait, so I'm going to assume that we are ready to go. As always, Avowed will be starting off with a tank buster, so I will need all tanks to follow me to the front of the boss. Tanks pop your cooldowns. Aether shields, reprisals, other mitigations. This is the raid wide. And now the weapon collection. Bow, get behind the boss. Get behind the boss. After this, range, you can pre-position north towards Alpha. This is away. Melee, you have until the boss stops spinning to get out. Get out from the boss. And now everyone should be in front of the boss, in line with the 2 and 3. We are going sword, bow, staff. Ooh, that's terrible. We are starting off with sword. As always, if you are not on a tile that is touching the safe spot that I call out, you will die. Unless you're also on the safe spot tile. You know what I mean. Our safe spot for this is 3. It's on 3. Be on 3 or a tile touching it. If you are on 1, you will die. Our safe spot is 2 now. Be on 2 or 1 tile that is touching it. That means Alpha, 1, 3, or that blank plus shape. Anything else is death. We are going to be having the raid wide here in the second. A second. Aether shields, reprisal, other mitigation. And next up is going to be bow. You can pre-position south of the 3-way mark. Get behind the boss now. Use your eyes, find all those dangly bits, get behind him. That's not the best wording I could have used. Tanks to the front for the upcoming tank buster. Everyone pay attention to your forced march. Tanks pop your cooldowns. Pay attention to where the fire is. Make sure that your force march will not take you towards the fire. I will do my best to call this out correctly. Go to Bravo. Go to Bravo. Make sure your force march takes you to Bravo. This is the easy ladder game. All you have are your own 2 feet and a temperature. Your temperature is out now. This is the right-hand side of the cheat sheet if you are using the one that was posted before. Boss will not be moving. Group up for the upcoming raid wide. Aether shields, reprisals, other mitigations. Up next is going to be staff. Range, you can stay still. Everyone else be ready to get away when the boss stops spinning. Get out. Absolutely no raising until we get into the next mechanic. Your temperature is going out now. You probably want to pre-position center for that upcoming proximity damage. That's the word. Your temperature is out and a forced march. Pay attention to what orb you will need to find and how you will need to position yourself to get there. Find your orb and position. Get in for raid wide. Aether shield, reprisal, other mitigations. Up next is sword. Be in front of the boss. Be in front of the boss. Be on that ignore one. Use your eyes, find the arrow, whatever it takes. This will be second swords. You will have a temperature and a brand. If your brand and your temperature add up to 3 or more points in one direction, you will need to get hit by 2 separate cleaves. That is 1 cleave on the first set and 1 cleave on the second set. If they do not add up to 3 or more, then you can still peace out in the safe zone for the first set. Your temperature and brand are out, and here come the clones. Our safe spot is 3. Our next safe spot is 2. 2 is safe. Be on 2 or 1 or 3 or that blank one or alpha. Get ready for the upcoming raid wide. Aether shields, reprisals, other mitigation. C4 casters, pay attention. If you are the only ones alive, then please keep your party alive. Get behind the boss. Up next is bow. We have some marks on dead double healers. Don't raise them now, but if you can after bow, that would be fantastic. Oh, this is Spooky Ghosties. Fuck, I didn't see what it is. East-west. Run if you're on Bravo, get to Delta. Brain space, get to Delta. I'm so sorry. Your temperature is out. Your brand is coming out, and then that will be followed up by your forced march. You will need to deal with everything. If your brand and temperature are already opposite, you need to get hit by the invisible, non-existent arrow. This is the right-hand side of the cheat sheet again. Boss is going to have to move. Again, get close and mitigate for the upcoming raid wide. Aether shields, reprisals, other mitigations. Up next is... oh, fuck, the tank buster. It's fine, it's fine. I popped hollowed ground accidentally. Yes, raise people, but as soon as you see that thing, no more raising, no more raising. We have to wait until after this mechanic. Also, get away from the boss, get away from the boss, get away from the boss. My calls are going to shit, I'm sorry. Your temp is out, your brand is out. You will need to move to the one square in the corner that your orb is. Oh, fuck, where am I going? This is north-south green, north-south green. Oh, I fucked up. Pick up boss. Aether shields, reprisals, other mitigations. LB3s if you got them. If anyone
Healer
has arises
LB3s,
and
not
can...
DPS.
Yeah. Heal when it breaks. This is enrage, whatever you got, do it. Okay, that could be cleaner, but that's fine.
Completely unscuffed. Probably the cleanest run I've made.
I will ask that no one leave the arena up north yet, but if you can, step away from the dead bodies if you do not have the ability to raise. Try to prioritize healers who have arises, so that way they can get more people up. Tanks, if you have a sacrifice and you are willing to use it, then you can speak up and claim someone. And congrats on clearing Avowed.
Lynn Wintergreen has a sack, so if a healer can mark themselves, so I can get you up.
We have Griever up in the northeast with the plus sign.
I got a sack too.
They're
There's
up.
a healer.
I think the healers are up because no one else has funny marks.
They won't allow me to die for them.
I mean, if you've already popped the sack.
Just claim the person that you're going to claim and do it.
Charlotte, I'm getting Charlotte up. Please start raising Charlotte.
No one who is dead has marks, so I'm going to clear them away.
Well, you lost the first bit of RNG. Do you win the second?
Hey. Thank you very much, healers. Alright, if this is your first time clearing Avowed, then you can pick up your chest up here around the Ignore one. I already grabbed mine, so I'm not entirely sure where it is. And then you can follow me back to the traps that we passed before. In Savage, there is an extra fight that we have to do. We have to go fight the Minotaur Lord. There's an actual lore name for it, but I can never pronounce it, so I'm not going to try. In order to get there, we need someone to be small and to step through the iron bars out past the jump pad. Also, thank you all very much for not going to pop Queen. For reasons that I'm not going to go into right now, we do not pop Queen early in runs on Primal. I don't know about other data centers. If you would like to become small, be very, very small, then you can huddle around the pink mini trap back here, just like the traps that you've probably huddled around to wipe on slimes and golems. This one has a limited range. There is a limited number of people who will be hit by this. If you still want to experience
Don't go to Queen. Don't go to Queen.
Whoever is up there walking around stuff, please don't.
Who's going to Queen?
Somebody was acting like they wanted to go to Queen.
I think Cam took the jump pad, and hopefully
I went to see what the people that jumped were doing.
Okay, good, thank you. If you do not get tiny and you still want to be tiny, there is a second trap in the vestibule that you can go get. Only the fastest person is going to actually get to do the critical thing. So I'm gonna hit the thing.
So just use Lost Swift, of course.
Yes. My waymark is... My enemy sign is bigger than me. So yes, by having one person who is minied walk through the bars leading to the lioness statue or whatever, it will slide back and reveal a staircase. Immediately after that staircase, inside the room beyond, there are traps, so please do not step forward. I have already popped a perception. I'm going to be slow using it because I want it to be small, but... Who went through?
Go forward.
You have to go forward. Power, please. Thank you. Again, there are traps after this loading zone through the steps. There are always 3 traps. 2 of them are explosion, 1 is poison, just like the rooms. It's random which ones we get in the room. It's a poison on the platform. Do not pop it, please. I would like people to see where it spawns. I know it's fun to eat traps, but as this is a prog group, I would like
Yeah, you told me not to earlier. I won't again. I learned my lesson.
I'm just explaining why I want things the way I do.
Oh, welcome back. You're big now.
Hi. Yes.
I have to spell, my friend.
Whatever you want to do is whatever you want to do. But also, I'm going to need tanks. Okay. So, welcome to Stigma Lock Lord. This is the fight with the longest explanation and the shortest runtime. This is because this is a trash fight. However, there is an ad phase, and if things go wrong in the ad phase, then damn near everyone dies. And a lot of people have responsibilities. So, I will have to explain a lot of them. Lord? Is that what it is? Thank you. And then... the debuffs. Inside the DR1 chat in the Primal Forays Discord, there is an image posted by Snowbunny and one from me. These are helpful references. All of the mechanics that the Lord actually does when we are actually fighting the Lord are relatively easy to call out. The only thing to keep in mind is that when he is doing the whack attacks, W-H-A-C-K, they are very wide conal cleaves. They are relatively animation based, so you want to get out of the indicator and stay out. Everything else, very easy to call out. There's a tank buster, it's a cleave. It does actually hit pretty hard, so please don't stand in front of it when there's the shiny red tank buster mark. Once we get Lord down to 70%, right? We're going to go into ad phase. The Lord will jump to the center, become untargetable, and do the I'm fucking pumped dance. If anyone wants to post the run and die sticker, I don't know how you do that. I'm too old for this. If we don't have people who know that, that's fine. After a bit, the arena will start glowing. Thank you, Cam. The arena will start glowing purple. You'll see that there are these darker areas. If you look at the Ignore 1, there's this dark outside area, and then this inside area, and then the area where the Lord is standing now that I can't stand, otherwise I'll pull the boss. My brain stopped, I'm sorry. Those areas will eventually become death floors. If you step into them, you will die. The key mechanic that will happen during this, while we're dealing with the ads, which I'll get to in a second, but there will be an attack that the Lord will cast that will give you a debuff. One is Wanderer's Fate, which will pull you in. It looks like the Minotaur with a slurping noodles, or it's doing a Kirby impression. It will pull you in toward the center of the arena. The other one, sorry, that is Sacrifice's Fate. The other one is Wanderer's Fate, which looks like a person getting knocked downstairs away from the Minotaur. It will push you back away from the Minotaur in the center. As you notice, there are little areas on these spots that are lighter, the white and blue and yellow tiles. We call these little bits with the cutouts that cut into the Death Floor's cubbies, you will need to stand either in the front cubby if you're getting pushed away, or you will need to stand in the back cubby if you're getting pulled in. If you are not standing there, then you will get pulled or pushed into the death wall, and you will die. The second image that I posted is the larger version of these debuffs, so that way you can see what they look like if you're at 200% and higher res.
The knockback and the pull are only for the cubby mechanics, correct?
Yes.
Thank you.
Or they will force you to go into a cubby to do the mechanics. If you are a healer, you will be staying on the inner ring that I cannot stand on, otherwise I will pull the boss. If you are a DPS, you will be on the outer ring. Typically on Primal, we have everyone go down south, because during this phase there will be 4 adds that spawn near the center of the arena. These are called monks. They have some funny mechanics. If they get too close to the Lord in the center or to another monk, then they will tether, and then they will go very quick. You might wonder, why does that matter? Because I'm explaining mechanics out of order. If you get hit by an auto attack by one of these monks, it counts as failing a mechanic, and you will be given a ruin stack. If you are given 2 ruin stacks, you might remember, this means you are dead. If you get hit by 2 auto attacks from the adds, again, you are dead. This means that we need our tanks to be on the ball and to do what they need to do, which is what I'm going to deal with now. According to the arbitrary sign assignments, I will be taking care of here. Sai, if you can stand outside here. On Alpha, if I could have Popo on the mark and then Lin north outside of it. On East, if I could have Zigger on it and then Vetter outside. Y'all know what you're doing. And then on South, if I could have Luna kiting on the mark and then Reginae on the outside. Just to make sure that everyone knows where they're being assigned. Alright, if you are a tank over here and you are standing on a waymark, you are going to be one of the kiting tanks. When we go into the add phase, you will turn on your stance, go to the appropriate cardinal according to the setup. So I would be going west, Popo would be going north, Zigger would be going east, and Luna would be going south. You will pick up your Minotaur, you will pull it out as far as you can, and then once you're afraid that it's going to start hitting you, you will start rotating clockwise. So if I happen to be Luna and I was starting south, just because it's easy to demonstrate, I would stand here on the corner of the cubby, and I would pull the monk in. It would spawn about here-ish. I would grab it with a shield lob, with a provoke, whatever it is. Once it starts to get around here-ish, I would start rotating clockwise around the arena. As a tank, you are always moving your adds clockwise. Because again, if you go against the grain and get your add next to another add, they will tether and go fast and run over you like race cars. At the very start of the add phase, everyone needs to keep in mind of this. Once the monks get about a quarter of the way around one of these quadrants, they will stop in their spot and they will start casting entrapment. During this point, each of the intercardinal areas on the outer ring will be covered in very obvious yellow question mark indicators. You're gonna see it, it's very obvious, it's kind of like the Kefka, hey, Trixie mark indicator thing. Once that goes away, that means that there is a trap somewhere in that area. This is where the other tanks that we had are going to come in. They are going to have followed their tanks around to the 1/4 of the arena around, and then they will pop their sprint and their invuln and run through the next quadrant in the area. So if I was Vetter, just to be entirely explicit, both of you would start over here on East. Vetter's co-tank would pick up the add and start rotating through. Both of you will get about here, and then they're going, or you'll get around here-ish, they'll start casting entrapment. You move to the southern cubby, and then once the indicators are gone, you pop sprint and invuln and run all the way to the opposite side from where you started. The traps, again, are, as before, explosions or poison. If you're a Dark Knight, I hope you know what you're doing, or your healer is paying attention. If it's a poison, I hope you have antidotes.
How many traps are we gonna pop? Just one of them when we get around the other side?
Only one trap.
Okay.
There is only one trap per quadrant. If you are kiting a monk, so if you are me on Delta, then you are just pulling the monk through. You should have enough time to wait for the area in front of you to get cleared, and then you can follow along and keep moving.
And sorry, just in your example, if I start running from the south, I'm running all the way around to the north, or I'm running to west?
You are starting east at ad phase, and you are
I know.
Yeah.
When he pops the trap, when I need to start sprinting, where am I sprinting to?
You specifically will be sprinting and popping the trap that's between south and west.
Okay, I got it.
To be entirely explicit on that.
Yeah, okay.
And yes, do baby openers, do a little damage to the Lord. The real danger here is ad phase, because the longer it goes on, the more dangerous it gets. If you're a healer, then you're going to be doing funny things with orbs. I have to explain balls! I'm sorry, they're actually called balls of fire and balls of earth. It's straight up. But yes, make sure that you wiggle around, make sure that you don't get kicked for AFK. You've come a long way tonight, and I don't want anyone to lose experience. In the center ring of the arena, there will be, at times, a singular ball of fire and a singular ball of earth spawning at the same time. Balls of fire act just like the spiritual spheres in Queensguard. They will shoot AoEs underneath them. They need to be reflected so they die. Balls of earth have like 1 HP, but they have a very strong stone skin, RIP. Make sure that you dispel it and hit it with literally any attack. Just dispel it, hit it with an arrow or your the things. You know, the dot, the damage, whatever. Staff whack it, I don't care. Just dispel it and kill it. Everyone else will be on the outside of the arena killing the ads as they come through. If y'all pump, you can straight up kill the south ad very quickly. Otherwise, you'll probably be swapping off to the east ad as it rotates through. DPS can move counterclockwise, so that way you hit the next ad coming close to you. A thing to keep in mind is that there will also be times where Lightning Bolt will go through the entirety of both rings. You will need to stand in a cubby, any cubby, it doesn't matter, but you don't want to get hit by the Lightning Bolt going through the center. There will also be standard yellow AoEs that are baited underneath people's feet. It doesn't matter if they're alive or dead, it will just pick a person and put an AoE there. If you are all south and you are all loosely spread, then it's going to cover the entire area and you're gonna panic. Good luck. Balls spawn in cycles. There will be one of each type that spawns. I don't know what the trigger is, I'm sorry. Just keep your eyes open, it's your primary concern. There will only be one earth and one fire at a time, I think. There might be multiple, I don't remember, it's been a hot
I've never, ever seen multiple.
Because the thing is, if they're not killed in time, they explode and give everyone a ruin stack. And again, since we're in Twice Come Ruin area, that's dangerous. As a reflector, if you're on the inside, technically you can be around the area that's assigned to you, but it doesn't matter too much. Just be in there, go for it. If you see someone standing on an orb, that means they're probably taking care of it. If you don't trust them, you can go in there and pop your thing. I trust that you all are smart gamers and that you can figure out how to do it. A note to kiting tanks. If you are kiting an ad and you are doing a cubby mechanic, you want to make sure that you have enough space between the ad and yourself, because the ad is not going to stop moving. There will only ever be one set of traps as well, by the way. It's at the start. one last note, it can be helpful to focus target the Lord right now if you want, because he becomes untargetable, and sometimes it's difficult to see the casts that happen and know what's happening just from the enemy list. Luna, I saw that you sent me a tell. I didn't quite understand it. Do you want to voice that concern now?
Can I pop my own trap?
If you trust that you know what you're doing, you can follow along with them. I am still going to have your co-tank do their job of popping.
The only problem is I might take a ruin stack by hanging back if they're not quick enough. So that's the only thing that makes me nervous.
By the way, the order of killing ads is clockwise or anti-clockwise? Just so I be aware.
Counterclockwise. If things go well, then the ads will come to you.
Okay.
But if you're ever in a situation where you don't have an ad in front of you, chances are it will be faster for you as a DPS to go counterclockwise or anti-clockwise to catch the next one that's coming up. I trust that you can use your eyeballs and find the closest ad and go kill it.
I'm actually the tank, just asking.
Oh, if you're a tank, you are only ever rotating clockwise.
I know.
If you become a DPS, then you go counter.
Okay.
And as a reminder to DPS, when you are huddled down here in the south safe spot at the start, you want to make sure that you do not step out of it after traps spawn, so that way you do not pop one, because it can spawn right here. And if you step out and catch it, and you explode it, and you kill a bunch of other people along with yourself, that's going to be a mess to pick up at the end, because we don't get Limit Break 3, and it's going to be lower DPS. So please, try to be cautious. And again, make sure that you do not get kicked for AFK. If anyone has questions, please ask them. If I have missed any questions that have been asked, please tell me. I get into my own world when I do explanations sometimes. But if you are ready to give this a shot, then move up to the 3-way mark.
If you see a free ad, call it immediately.
Yes, I'm going to be doing my best to call out the actual mechanics of the fight happening. If anyone sees something going bad with ads, you can call out, you can do audibles and try to coordinate that. This is a big arena, I can't see everything. And if I try to handle that, then I'm not going to call out like a get into a cupping mechanic and people are going to die. So yes, food check, re-raise check. If you're ready to go, move up. Okay, I'm going to hope that that is everyone ready to go. As a reminder, there are tank busters, they are a cleave. Please check your tank stance, have it off at the start, and make sure that you turn it off once we are out of ad phase, unless I tell you that I'm dead. There are knockbacks in this fight. During the normal Lord fight phases, I will be calling out when you can use a knockback invuln to deal with that. This is the Tank Buster. It hits surprisingly hard. Or I can just dodge it. Knockback invuln now, arm's length surecast. If you are able, walk through the boss, please. Bait the wax away. Get out of the wax. These are animation-based. Get out and stay out. We are phasing. Tanks, stances on, and move to your appropriate spots. Make sure that you're picking up the monks and not a ball. Entrapment, get into a cubby and stay in it until your tanks have cleared it. Off tanks, sprint and invuln, clear. Go.
Need a Benny.
Debuffs are out. Get into a cubby appropriate for your debuff. Fuck. Pick up W, if anyone can pick up W. No, I can get it. Get in a cubby, any cubby. Pick up the one in front if you can, Luna. These are the baited AoEs. Up next will be the lightning bolt going through the arena, I believe. Still doing a fantastic job. No idea what that was. Debuffs are out, but they are not resolving yet, but you still need to get into a cubby for this lightning bolt. Get into any cubby for the lightning bolt. These are the baited AoEs. Wash your feet. And now your words are happening. Get in a cubby according to your debuff. Do your words. Baited AoEs. Get into a cubby. One ad left. You have new debuffs coming out, but you're going to need to get into any cubby. Oh, nope, never mind. It's fine, I'm invoking the boss back, it's fine. Get in close, because next up is a raid wide. It doesn't hit super hard, but it is still a raid wide. There are going to be 3 people marked with weird purple lightnings. Take them out to the edge of the arena. These will persist and keep pulsing. Rapid Bolts is the name. Get out and move. And then get ready to move away from the boss. This is a big point-blank AoE. It is at least 15 yalms wide. Get out. Now try to loosely stack around the center of the arena. There will be 2 sets of rapid bolts. Take them out. Move and keep moving. One more set. Everyone else, stand center of the arena. Stand center on that ignore 1. We are baiting a proximity jump. Get away from that proximity as best you can. Y'all know how proximities work here. And then 3 more whacks. Get out of the AoEs and stay out. Up next is going to be a tank buster, so stay away from that ignore 1. And tanks, please check your stances. The knockback comes out quicker this time. As soon as you see 1 auto attack, pop that arm's length surecast now. 3 more whacks, get out and stay out. Use your eyeballs. And we have lathered, we have rinsed, and now we repeat this last phase of mechanics. Starting again with the tank, or raid wide. All right. Do not take the jump pad ahead. We need to make sure that we get as many bodies up as we can. Up near Waymark 1, there is a chest with your body plate. Those with the ability to raise, please do the work that you can. I know that you spent a lot on Avowed, but I don't think you spent a whole lot on Seeker and Guard, so hopefully that'll work out.
I've also got a sack to use. If
Also,
the healer can mark.
I want everyone to not feel bad about anything. I died to the first wards mechanic because I wasn't paying attention.
I was also gonna say, that's not the worst Stig Lord I've ever seen. That actually was like a pretty okay Stig.
Yeah. I've seen cleaner, I've seen worse.
I've seen worse. It was kind of cursed when a tank pulled Nat off of me by accident.
Yeah.
Are there any healers still dead?
That looks like a bard. That's a book, but they're a summoner. That's a reaper. That's a summoner. That's a gun. And that's a tank.
Well, congratulations, tank. You win. Actually, wait.
Another summoner.
Anyone new?
I believe they're new.
Hey, I won the RNG.
Okay. Oh, we have another tank up north. And that. Okay, we have one down by 3 and one up by 1. I know that a lot of you are running out of arises.
Good news is, even if we wipe, we still have time,
Yes.
if the lead wants to try again.
Yes, that is why I make 4-hour runs, so that way we can have a long time getting through Avowed, and then still get another run. I'm going to give a mark to this poor tank up here, if anyone can get them up. Please don't use language like that in my runs, Reginae. If healers can tell me how many Arise casts they have left, that would be fantastic. I assume the number is going to be small. Okay.
Zeros.
All right. Well, the good news is this is your experience run on Queen. I'm gonna clear out the marks.
I'm gonna wait for permission.
You can take the jump pad. We can go
Okay.
pop the Queen cutscene.
Do we have any black mages amongst us?
We should have at least one.
Alright, I'm gonna say the obligatory statement. Hey, Black Mage, your macro is just canceled. Might want to re-up it.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
That's not what they were expecting. Also, just for grits and giggles. Don't forget to place your markers.
No. Yeah, please don't do that.
No, I didn't override them. You just didn't
I
place
know.
them yet.
Okay, yes, we are still going to need Shell. Anyone who wants to watch the cutscene, it's the same as normal mode, but if you want to watch it, go for it. If I could please have everyone line up along the edge of the pathway to the Queen Arena once you get here to make passing out Shell easier. I can technically do the cool guy thing, but I kind of don't want to because I just slotted in, Font of Power.
Can I have one?
One what?
Can I have first?
Oh, you want first tank buster? Sure, take it.
I want to get smacked.
I'm trying to put these not on the shellers. I need one other tank with true invuln. That would be a paladin or a gunbreaker to volunteer and stand on the 3 waymark. All right, looks like that's going to be Lynn. Let me double check to make sure that, yeah, you're a gunbreaker. All right, you get to do the fun one. So, to explain first, there is a tank buster during Queen. Just like normal mode, it is called Cleansing Slash. Unlike normal mode, it is a 2-hit tank buster. Each one of these hits applies the doom that needs to be Asuna'd. One of them gives the damage over time, one of them gives a physical vulnerability. I forget which or whatever. Point is, if we use a true invulnerability, if we do not take damage from the hit, we don't have to deal with any of those debuffs. So, This is what we do on Primal. We typically have one tank assigned to each tank buster. It happens 3 times. You will pop your invuln when you see the cast. You will take both hits, and then the next tank in the sequence will take up after you. Yes, if you are from Crystal, apparently they don't do this. They do something very strange. I will never get over the feeling of hearing, there is no main tank.
Our threat, no, only on Crystal. Our threat, comrades.
I do not understand that desire, but if it works for them, it works for them. Anyway, this is how we do it. As a note, if you are ever a tank who ends up holding aggro on Queen, as you can see, she has a big blue-green glowing dinner plate behind her, and it's really annoying to look through that, and absolutely nothing in this fight cleaves. As such, it is nice to point the Queen at the entire party and for everyone to stack in front of her, making it easy to see what's happening and making it easier to hand out Aether Shields and heals and other stuff. Just like in Avowed, the raid wides deal a lot of damage and apply a heavy bleed. As such, we want to use Aether Shields, Addles, Reprisals, Feints, Shield Samba, you know the shit. Mitigation. There is super chats. I should upload the thing. My uncompressed Queen sheet. Here we go. In DR1, on the right-hand side, you can see my cheat sheet for Super Chess. If you want just that for reference, then I'm trying to upload it now. Discord is being weird. Super Chess sounds very complicated when you explain every little bit of it, which I'm going to try to do very quickly. The Queen will go to the center of the arena and cast Queen's Edict. After this, she will become untargetable. At the end of this, you will be given 2 debuffs. They will count down when they have different timers. When the first one goes off, you will be given the Your Move debuff, just like in normal mode, and you will have to move that number of tiles. You will then be stunned in place, and you will have to do a second set of movement from the second debuff after that. Sounds easy, except that during this entire mechanic, the Queen will be in the center of the arena, charging up a very strong, heavy-hitting attack that I can never remember the name of, and only one tile will be safe. That tile will either be, if you look in the arena, either Alpha or Charlie, either the north center one or the south center one. We will move to the opposite side, and you will be moving towards it. If you look at the image, you can see that if you orient your camera towards the glowing blue safe spot, we will always be moving along the back and the left side of the arena. However, there's a mechanic I haven't talked about, which is that the guards will be back, and they will be on the outside of the arena, and they will be moving and shooting attacks across rows and columns. So depending on which rows and columns are safe, you will be starting in different spots. The only ones we care about are back inside. I will be calling out which is safe, but you really don't need to worry about that. I will be telling you where to stand based upon the sum of the 2 movements you have to do. So let me say that again in slightly simpler. You will get 2 debuffs. They will have Roman numerals on them and dots. You need to add them together and figure out what your sum is. The sum will either be 5, 6, or 7. If it is 5 or 7, you will need to start on a black tile. If it is 6, you will need to start on a white tile. This is the way math works. If you do not start on one of those tiles, then there is absolutely no chance that you can do the proper movements and still get to the safe tile. I'm explaining this way too much. It's pretty easy. I should be able to call out exactly where everyone needs to stand based upon their combined movement. But important to keep in mind, if you ever move further than the movement you have to do at the time, you will get a very scary red and black dagger mark thingamadooger over your head. It looks very threatening, and that's because you've immediately been given a doom. You have disobeyed the Queen's orders, and you are going to die if you do not about face and fix the movement that you have done. If you go too far, you get a doom immediately, and you need to move back. Everything else is relatively call-outable. The guards will show up again, and they will be doing their mechanics from Queen's Guard, along with a normal mode Queen mechanic. If you look at the left-hand side of the thing, you can see some AoEs that I've written out on bad patterns and stuff. If people have questions, things that they're not sure on, if they want to hear more things, I can keep talking. I can explain everything about this fight for like half an hour, but it's probably better that we just get in there, see an experience, and then try to get in for another run tonight.
I have two 80% re-raisers. If you would like it, please go back to the end of the bridge.
All right, Luna is being very nice. If you want to follow that, Shane 1, and you are out of re-raisers.
I'm going to prioritize tanks specifically, so if you are a tank, can you jump it down for me? Okay.
Oh god, you're right, I need to talk about Reflect and Dispel. Twice during the fight, the duty gauge will fill. When it hits 100, it goes ding, just like in every other fight. When it goes ding, this is the key that the Queen is going to teleport right to where she is right now, right between the 1 and 2 waymarks. There will also be very large lightning orbs that will spawn in the middle of tiles. I have a reference image. I need to find it. Oh god, I didn't. No, I did put it here. Sorry. The explosions for the circles is wider than the tile they are on. If you look at the image I just posted in DR1, you can see exactly how big they are. You need to give them space. Unless, of course, you're reflecting. This is why every single holster in Lynn's suggested DRS holster document has 2 light curtains. When you hear the ding, you can wait a GCD or 2 and pop your light curtain, and then you will have reflect up, and doesn't matter if you're standing in the orb or not, you can't die to it, because if you have reflect up, you will reflect the damage. After one orb is killed, it will become a safe spot. It will give us a lightning resistance damage, because during this time Queen will be charging up a big lightning attack. And this is where I have to talk about reflectors. While the Queen is charging up this attack, the Queen will also have... Yes. Dispellers.
You said reflectors.
They're all the same. Yes. Dispellers, you will need to dispel the 4 buffs that Queen gives herself. It'll be like a lightning damage up, a critical hit, a physical damage up, and a magic damage up. They all need to go away, otherwise things get nasty.
Also, 2 quick notes we found out literally like yesterday on Crystal. You can dispel them before they show up on her bar.
Sick.
Yeah, and also, hey, Paladins, you have Swift Cast.
Yeah, that's not really needed. We have Dispel assigned to tanks. Or not tanks, healers.
Oh.
We have healers Dispel here. So, if you want to do it, you can do it.
Okay. I'll help.
We really only need 2 Dispellers. It's typically fine.
Yeah, we found out you can snapshot the Dispel as she's teleporting away.
Sick. Okay, if you are here and ready to give this a shot, you can move up to the Charlie Waymark as before. This one is not as dangerous to face full. Again, tanks, you need to make sure that you have Aether Shield slotted. If we get to Soften Rage, once the attacks for Soften Rage start going out, you use 1 Aether Shield, you then open up your holster and slot in a 2nd Aether Shield on top of it. And then use it once the first one is about to run out. We have 1 person behind the purple line and 1 person close to it. There's a lot going on. I will try to call out banners, but if you are a healer who brought Banner of Solemn Clarity, your cue to use it is once you get into the safe spot for the 2nd set of Reflect Orbs. So we'll do a number of mechanics back to back, and then it will be reflect orbs. Once you are in the safe spot, you pop the banner, you activate it, and you stand still until the stacks stack up, and you get the actual buff you want. Banner of Solemn Clarity is not needed, but it is helpful if you do not have a lot of sucker stacks to heal through Soften Rage. Alright, as long as nobody's party has a grayed out name, I'm going to call this as everyone ready to go. We're going to be starting with the raid wide, and then we will be going into the hardest mechanic to call out. I will be doing my damnedest. Keep your eyes alive, be ready to move at a moment's notice. Your focus should be trying to stay alive and see what the mechanics are happening and how to do it. I would love to clear on this pull, but quite honestly, it is very unlikely. So,
tank stance check. All tanks. Well,
all tanks, make sure your stances are off unless you are Luna.
Okay, cool. Because I ain't gonna fight ya. If you want to do this, you can do this.
I almost did because I forgot what I was doing. But everyone's here. If you want to give us the countdown, Luna, or I can do it if you want. All right. Aether Shields, Reprisals, and other mitigations. Just like Avowed, this is the heavy-hitting grade one. Okay, this is what is typically called normal chess or soft chess. You want to stay close around the center of the arena right now because the guards are going to walk onto the arena and cause trouble, and it's difficult to call out where to go, and we have to wait for Northwind's Glow to tell us where. Anyway, okay, so Alpha 1 is bad, and then 3-4 Bravo, we're going east, all the way to Delta. Play it safe, go all the way to Delta. And then where do we need to go? We are still safe here on Delta. You can technically go to the center of the arena, get off 1-2, get off 1-4, get off 1-4. Okay. Now that nightmare is over, and the first tank buster is about to start. There it is, pop your invuln. 1 hit. 2 hit. Tank number 2, take over. Aether Shield, Reprisal, other mitigations. Hold on to your long cooldowns. After this is going to be Super Chest number 1. Alright, our safe square is Charlie, move towards Alpha. Back is safe, side is unsafe. 5s, you're starting on black next to red. 6s on A, 7s on black behind 1. 5, 6, 7. We are walking up the 2-3 column. Wait. Start your movement now. Walk up the 2-3 column. If you are on Bravo, you're going to get hit. Red marks mean you've gone too far. Everyone move into the glowing safe tile. If you are going to die, die in the tile. Technically, if you're a tank, you can pop every single non-invuln cooldown outside the thing if you have to, but that's a last resort. That attack goes through every single form of invulnerability, so you need to be inside. This should be the hardest hitting attack of the instance. God save the Queen. Aether Shields, Reprisals, other mitigations. Alright, this is one of the worst... Oh, Reflect and Dispellers, get ready. bar is about full. Use your eyeballs. Avoid the orbs if you are not reflecting. Pop your light curtains now. Between 3 and 4 is 1. That's a good one if you want to reflect it. If you don't have it, you'll die. Get into the safe spot if you can, please. Up next is going to be one of the worst relentless plays. This is where the things show up. Look at waymark number 1. That is where the gunner is. You will have to do the open side to the gunner, which will always be on 1. Tethers are going out. If you have a tether, you will be going to wind. Otherwise, you will be going to purple lightning. We also need to wait for North Wind's Blow. We are going south. Go to one of the south intercards. Debuffs to wind, non-debuffs to purple, open side to the gunner, and now to a single turret on the wall. It happens very quickly. Have fun. And second, Tank Buster, invuln up. That was the first hit, and there's the second, tank number 3, whenever you want to take. Loosely stacked center. Up next, the queen is going to jump away, so hold on to your long cooldowns. This is going to be 2 sets of queen cleaves plus a knockback orb, just like you were getting knocked back into bombs. And then after that will be a queen cleave plus fake clones. We can get a really bad pattern here. Big money, big money. It's the bad pattern. B2? Nope. Our safe clones are Alpha and Charlie. Tiny little safe Doritos on both Alpha and Charlie on the west-hand side. Doesn't matter which one you go. West hand? That's a new one. Aether Shields, Reprisals, other mitigations. We are going into Super Chest 2 after this mechanic, or after this grade wide. This is exactly like the first Super Chess. No new tricks, just gotta do it again. Our safe spot, move towards Charlie. Side is unsafe, back is safe. Same as before. 5's behind 4, 6's on C, 7's on chain 2. Wait to get your mark for your first movement. We are walking up 1-4. Move over to the 1-4 column and walk up it. If you get a red mark, you've gone too far. Do your second movement. If you've done it right, it will take you to the goal tile. Healers, if you're alive, you will be able to limit break 3 after this mechanic. Make sure that you get center and use it, and make sure that it is a limit break 3. Up next immediately is Tank Buster number 3. No time to call out anything for you. Pop your info. I'm going to voke it off you because you're a gunbreaker. Everyone stack up on the ignore 1 in between 1 and 2. Face towards the boss. Everyone stack up between 1 and 2. Face towards the boss. The knight is going to steal someone's positioning, and we're going to have to avoid the golden spikes. It is a shield omen. We will need to stay inside its invisible hitbox and avoid the golden spikes. South, a little bit away from the boss. After this is ping pong turrets, just like normal mode. Use your eyeballs. Behind 1 looks relatively safe. We are also getting Reflect and Dispel again. Ding dong. Pop your light curtains. Dispellers do your job. Orb on 1. Orb on 1. Healers, if you have Banner of Solemn Clarity, stand in the safe spot and pop the thing. Aether Shields, Reprisals, other mitigations. Okay. Last Relentless Play. This is a Queen knockback. It is lateral from the blue line, 2 tiles. You will need to get knocked into the right bomb according to your tethers. And you will need to deal with the fire or ice mechanic, the keep moving or the don't move pyretic. Tethers must have already gone out. If you're tethered, you're going to small. Otherwise, you're going to big. Don't move. Fire, fire, fire. You have a short second after the debuff is gone to readjust. If any tanks have... I don't think there are auto attacks going out, but still, if you want to evoke in, go for it. Everyone stack up close to the boss. This is the start of Soft Enrage. Nothing is happening quite yet, so don't push any buttons to save parties, but you can see Aether Shield now. If you have a tank limit break, you can hit it about now. Or you would hit your second Aether Shield. And congratulations, that's your first run of Queen. Getting down to 17% is not bad. %16 even. There's no need to dispel these debuffs or buffs. It doesn't matter. She's going to kill us anyway. It does damage cap. We should have time to do another run.
Now, I hope this is universal.
Yes.
DPSLB3 is always a damage down. Your autos deal more.
Yeah, it was just memes at that point. Because
Okay.
we were gonna
Oh, they're
die.
the only
Okay.
one alive.
Okay, they were memeing. Then that's perfectly acceptable.
We know.
Yeah. I didn't see it. I assumed that everyone knows at this point. On Enrage, you deal damage, you heal through it. I can explain for tanks a little bit what they can do. We have an hour and 10 minutes. If we book it, that's enough time. Otherwise, we will be going over. I'm going to ask that if anyone has a hard out... Actually, it doesn't matter. If you have a hard out and you have to leave, then you'll leave in the middle of the instance. We're going to take a short break now, though, because I need to hit the restroom. We're going to go in on the hour. You have 10 minutes. Use this time to take care of whatever you might need, so that way we don't need to take breaks in instance, and we can just go, go, go.
So, Griever, how did that feel for you?
Good.
Good.
I'll do much better on the next attempt. Now that I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Apologies for the cross data center weirdness.
Just one question about the heads of the Minotaur thing. They hit very close, very close range, right?
Yes.
Okay, I made a mistake there because I didn't know the exact range they hit me.
It's auto attack range, which you kind of just have to have a feel for. I wish I could tell you exactly, but
You're a ranged physical.
Yeah,
if you are an ad tank, you are a ranged physical.
yes. Yes, I should have been a bit more clear maybe. All you use as a kiting tank is your ranged attack. You use your shield lob, your unmanned, your tomahawk, your lightning shot?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I kind of want to switch. Is there another vet you're willing to... I'm really, like, feeling terrible for my bad tanking tonight.
It's fine. You've done fine.
Are you sure?
I'm not mad.
I've cacked so many things, it's not even funny.
It's a prog group. Don't worry about it.
Has it killed anyone other than you?
Yes.
Well, shit.
The red golem went on a rampage.
Oh, that's just golems.
And a roster over on CEM just got posted. I doubt I'm on it because I'm fairly certain I didn't sign up.
That's a good question. Kalfana, are you still around, or are you taking a break? Are you bringing Banish? Yuki is asking if they can swap out. Alright, then you will be our Banish person for this run. And Yuki can bring another Re-Razor or whatever if you can fit it.
The Cure 4 party-wide benediction is always super helpful if your caster's up. But I know for a fact a white mage with 8 sucker with no banner can solo heal just using Cure 3.
Cure 4 is in fact still Cure 4.
You know, right? I said Cure 3. Sorry.
You did
Not
say
lost
Cure 3.
Cure 3. Not lost Cure 3. Normal Cure 3.
Yeah. No, I'm just like, in general, for everyone. If you're the Cure 4 healer of your group, it is, in fact, still a big fuck-off heal.
It is a party-wide benediction. It did not get downscaled with Endwalker.
It does work.
Are we worried? Are we that worried about arises? Because if we are, I can handle steal and spell for my party.
You probably don't need it, Wisp. Are you a white mage? I forget. Yeah, you're probably fine without it.
Healing Valor. It's having 10 Healing Valors is basically the same as having a Sullen Clarity up permanently.
And your wings give even more healing potency.
Healing buffs are multiplicative, just like damage buffs.
Add in plenary, and every cure 3 is the entire party's entire health bar.
Or, you know, just have your cure 4 cast at once and call it a good day. The cooldown's 5 seconds, though, so...
You know, somehow, I don't think there are 2 raid wides in the same 5-second window.
There are. There's, like, 8 in 10 seconds
That
or
would
something.
wipe you down to, like,
they do.
below 75.
That's Queen Soft Enrage. They do. They kill people.
I mean, at that point, you just run out the plates, you know, as much as you can.
I guess tank perspective is skewing me there.
Oh no, I'm a Greeps main, so like I could tell you how scary it can get. But if my healers want to bring extra rises, let me know before you assume.
Yeah, the arises, because most of us, that's the first time we ever got to Stygian Lord and Queen, so that's why there were a lot of deaths there.
Lord is always messy. We had some double down healers in Avowed.
Yep.
Why are there people still at the church?
Good question. Next, Johnny, Luck, and Walk. Walk, yeah. Loki? Low key. Okay. Look, some people have interesting ideas with their internet names, and it's difficult to sight read. Whatever you want to do, Cam. But you see, I'm American, which means that I barely know anything about any other language other than English.
While also consistently stealing words. Yay, English.
Yeah. I'm not proud of that, by the way. I just know that that's my thing.
How's the quote go? English beats up other languages in a back alley or something?
English is not a... It does not borrow words. It follows other languages down dark alleys and beats them up and roots through their pockets for spare change. And I will say here at the jump, I know that last week some people said that they had hard outs, that they would need to leave at the end of raid time no matter what. I know that we have some people here from time zones that I am not aware of necessarily. If that is you, for any reason, and we do happen to clear tonight, I will do my best to try to do a recruitment for a clear re-clear next week at this time. But as always, make sure that you pop everything that you need to pop here at the start. You don't get to come back. So on and so forth. Who wants an 80? Otto, I guess you get it. You came over to me and jumped. Okay, y'all proved yourselves competent, so I'm bringing a sacrifice and not a font of skill.
I was about to say, you made the comment saying you were gonna be a big kid.
I said I could. Because I had it, because last week we had not many people. This will be fine. I'll just have to gamble. It's fine. Golems, as long as you feel confident, we will keep you all up here so you can hear the slime's calls. If things go wrong, you can make your calls, but I'm gonna still keep making mine. So if we have crosstalk, we have crosstalk.
Got it.
Alright, I hope the rest of us are all going to slimes. Alright, box is clear. Go ahead and ready check your parties. Make sure that everyone is here and good to go. Thanks, make sure your stances are on.
Check traps.
Share your trap info and yell if you can, please, on that side so you don't cross-confuse people. Echo, how are you doing? Alright, I think I know my letters, and that's everyone, so let's go. Perceptors, you know when to open the doors. Do your jobs, please. Everyone else, follow behind. Be careful walking into rooms. Tank number 1, get ready to pick up your friends. Tank number 2, get ready for the next set, please. Tank number 3, please get ready for the next set. And tank number 4, get ready for the next set. Tank number 1, you get 2 from the next set of friends. Tanks 2 and 3, you know how this works. Get ready to pick up your 2. Go ahead and grab them. 2 and 3. Tank number 4, get ready to pick up 2. And healers for rooms, you are clear to pick up 1 for your room. Alright, tanks target your healer's slime. 3, 2, 1, provoke.
Golems. Oh,
Okay.
I'm confused.
That's 4 fusions, everyone out on slime side. Talking floor is yours, Golems.
We're good. Well, he died on the red.
Oh, there's 2 golems alive.
This is gonna be a wipe. 1 didn't go. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Did I miss a slime? Okay, well, this is unfortunate. What we're going to do is we're going to wipe and we're going to head out. I will do a ready check once everyone is out. If you are still able to stay for another run, note that we are now, we have 50 minutes left in our allotted time. If you need to leave, you need to leave. If we have too many people who would need to drop at the end of raid time, then we will just meet up again next week. It is unfortunate. It's my own mistake. Blame me if you need to blame someone. Oh, I know what I did. Oh. An extra green slime walked into my room and caused the one that I was provoking in to start fusing. I interrupted it, pulled it over, the fusion started, and I ran out and took the green slime with me. So it didn't have one to fuse up with to its max size. That would do it.
Truly unfortunate.
Well, let that be a lesson. It is possible to mess that up. Again, we are doing a ready check. If you are able to... Alright, if you're able to keep going past our scheduled end time, say yes to this ready check. If you have real-life obligations, or anything that would prevent you from staying past end time, please say no. Real life is always more important than a video game. Because I don't want to deny only 1 or 2 people a clear, and then try to keep people around to run next week. It looks like, unfortunately, we will cut this short. If anyone wants to do some farming in Zadnor or Boja, we have plenty of people here. If you want to do that for the rest of the time, if you have questions you want to ask, that is fine. If you just want to run off and go eat bonbons or whatever it is you would do with your time at this time of day, that is perfectly fine. Thank you for coming out. Thank you again to everyone who filled in. It was lovely having you. Y'all did great tonight. Unfortunately, sometimes we just don't get as many runs as we like.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate the experience.
Thank you very much for joining and for dealing with the difference in calls. And especially with me getting a bit lazy on some of the calls, it's been a hot second since I've touched some of those fights.
Well, I'm pretty sure next week when we come back in here, we can cut down on some of the explanations and save some minutes. And
yes, we won't have to explain anything for Lord or Queen other than if people have questions about mechanics. We'll be able to go in, we'll have more than enough time to do 2 runs, even if we get a slightly late start. I will get logs uploaded here in a second. I didn't do live logs like I thought I probably should have.
Griever, I will get your role updated over on CEM for you.
Dang, dang, dang. At least I learned what a sword was. I did all of it flawlessly. That is fantastic. Darn shame about how the queen fight went. I feel like that first super chess was a little weird. Very confusing and conflicting information and visuals. But oh well. Next week we got it. Next week we got it. I'm gonna be hanging out with a friend Tuesday to get a special armor that increases my attack speed for this dungeon specifically. So we're gonna have some pretty good stuff going in. Until then, I am exhausted, I'm worn out. We saw the monarchy. We got there. We're a final boss prog now. Which means this is gonna be the last Final Fantasy XIV stream next. There's gonna be no more content in this game forever, 100 years. Oh. It's just gonna free up a Friday. Until the next funny meme happens, you know. But until then, y'all have a wonderful time. Thank you for tuning in. And hope to see y'all next time, and have a wonderful day. I don't even do an outro. I just don't care anymore. Whatever. Good night. I'm tired.